And I'm Heather, and we're going batty. And guess what we're doing today?
Strawberry pie.
We have crust. We have a ton of strawberries.
We have a bunch of workers to go with it.
We have a bunch of workers to help us.
I'm an elf.
We're making strawberry pie. we will make pie, and it will be glorious.
Glorious.
I have my own minions. All right, so I already made our pie crust. I am going to have a recipe in the description box, but you don't have to make it from scratch. You can buy one. You can go to Bandana Grandma's channel. She made an apple pie, and she made a crust that looks really good. But you're going to use a single pie crust. And my thing is bigger than 9 inches. So we're kind of doing a deep dish strawberry pie. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your aluminum foil and you're going to line your crust with it. And make like almost like a little bowl. And then you can take your pie weights, but we don't have any pie weights. We have always used beans. This is our bag of beans that is only for pie, for our pie weights. So we're gonna dump those in there. Try not to get any outside of this, or you'll have beans baked into your pie crust that you'll have to pick out.
Bean and strawberry pie. Pintos and strawberries.
So we're going to take this and we're going to throw it into a 425-degree oven. And we're going to start at about 9 minutes and then kind of go from there and just test the doneness of the crust. All right, so I'm going to show you how to take the caps out of the strawberries really easily. And I have enlisted my minions to help me. So you're going to take this straw, you're going to poke it through the bottom of the strawberry, and the cap pops off. And it's actually, most of that core is inside the straw. So, and if you didn't get all of it, you can just go on the other side. So there you go. Strawberry all capped. So the boys get to do this, and then they get to blow through the shop and shoot it into the bucket.
Jack got the dud.
All right, so now we're gonna get started on the yummy glaziness, and we will also have the recipe for this strawberry pie down in the description below. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our strawberries and we're gonna put them in the food processor and kind of chop them down to small bits. And I will tell you that the pie recipe I have, oops, somebody left a cap in there. We actually double it for one pie because we like lots of strawberries in our strawberry pie.
Hey Jack, what you doing?
You're so lemons.
So we're going to need the juice from a lemon, and so Jack is busy doing that for me. We are going to turn our berries onto kind of a low heat. We're going to add our sugar, and we're going to add some cornstarch to this. And then once Jack's done juicing that lemon, we're going to put the lemon juice in it too.
A recipe for disaster.
No, that's another thing.
All right, we're pouring our lemon juice in here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of consistently mix this, because what you don't want is giant chunks of cornstarch in here. You want it to all get mixed together, and you want to get it mixed together before that pan gets super hot, because if you put cornstarch in something when it's hot, oh, our crust is done. If you put cornstarch in something when it's hot, it will immediately seize up and you will have big chunks of cornstarch in it, which is nasty. So if you can look here, I've got it all kind of mixed in, and you're going to want to keep mixing it until it gets super thick. And I'll show you the consistency it's supposed to look like. And you'll need to taste it, because if you can still taste the cornstarch in it, then you need to keep cooking it. All right, so my assistant Max is stirring the strawberries for me, but we're going to pull the pie crust out because it's done. I had to add 5 more minutes onto the time because it wasn't ready yet. So we started with 9, we added 5, and you'll have to adjust it to whatever your oven temperature is because every oven is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back a little bit and look and see
Brings a whole new
if
meaning.
actually this needs to go back in for a little longer because the crust on the bottom isn't ready yet. All right, so our crust is done on the outside edge. So we're going to I've let this aluminum foil cool just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to pull these beans out without getting anything in the pie crust. Like that. And then we're going to stick this back in the oven for just a few minutes because the bottom of it is still kind of soft. And we want to have a crispy crust when we make our pie. We don't want floppy crust. Floppy crust is gross. All right, so the strawberries are not quite at the consistency that we need them. And if you taste them, it still has that. You can taste the cornstarch in it. So I turned the heat up just a little bit to about 6. And we're going to you have to keep stirring it because if you don't, it can clump up on you really, really quickly. Oh, look, there's a leaf in there. We'll take that out. All right, keep moving. So as I was stirring, when you get to the bottom, you'll see it starts to get, let me see if I can get some of it here. Like, it's starting to get a little more gel-like. So what you're going to do is I'm turning it down to like maybe 1 now. And I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. And it might be before that, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready. All right, so our gel is kind of at the right consistency here. So see if I pull it up, see how it's kind of thick. And the other thing too is if you taste it, be very careful because this is very, very hot. It doesn't have that cornstarch taste to it. And the color has changed a little bit. It went from that white color to now where it's real red. So this is ready and we're going to pull it off the heat. And we're going to set it aside and we're going to let it cool for just a little bit because you don't want to put this in your strawberries and cook your strawberries because it's too hot right now. You want to let it cool down a little bit and then toss your strawberries and it gives it time to thicken up a little bit more. All right, so our pie crust is cool now. This has cooled down. We've taken about 20 minutes to let this cool down and it's gotten thicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour this into our berries. And then toss our berries around in it. And get them all coated real well. Oh, that's good. All right, and now we're going to dump this into our pie shell that we have. So there you have it. That is my strawberry pie that I've had like 6 people ask me to do the recipe for. It really isn't that hard. It's, you know, time consuming to do the berries, but if you have any questions, please let me know. And like I said, I'll leave the recipe for the pie crust and for the strawberry filling in the description box. More updates as we go.